Okay, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be ranking the most impressive events. I know there's ads on this, but I don't have anything else to do. But we're going to be ranking the most impressive events to a non-cuber. So, WCA events. We're going to be just ranking them, maybe see which ones, ranking them compared to which one is most impressive to a non-cuber. Which one I think for non-cuber, because I'm a cuber, so I don't know. First of all, we're going to start with the most classic one, free by free. I mean, every non-cuber probably has it, basically, most people. And if my first time seeing someone solve one, I thought it was crazy. And then anyone who sees me solve, a non-cuber who sees me solve one, thinks it's crazy too. So I obviously have to put this in A tier, because there's, I'm gonna put in B tier because blindfolded is gonna be kind of, yeah. Like, can I add a tier? Might be. Please tell me there's gonna be, stop these ads, there's way too many ads. So let's rank 2 by 2. I hate these ads. Okay. Sorry about the ads. It's that when I first saw, I had a friend before I knew how to solve a Rubik's Cube. I came to his house. He had I was like, I saw 2 by 2. I was like, I should definitely be able to solve it. So when I saw him solve it, it wasn't that impressive. Cause I'm gonna put it in C just because still solving it is kind of cool. If you solve one like under 10 seconds in public, it's probably pretty obvious that you know how to solve a free by free. Delete this ad. I'm sorry about the ads. Why there's so many? Okay, let's do pyramids. If I saw someone solve it, I think I don't know what I'd say, but maybe I'll let you. Okay. Why is there so many ads? Okay, let's do 4 by 4. Just do scoop. I think, okay, so 2 by 2 is gonna be above pyramid just because people will know it more. And then, I don't know if pyramids or scoop is more impressive. I mean, pyramids looks just like a triangle cube, and the cube is weirder. Let me move it. So I think the pyramids should be behind it. So because there's like, oh, that's just a triangle cube. They don't. Most people probably, if they have never seen a cube before, we're like, how in the world does that turn? We do 4 by 4 now. They will see that it's a bigger cube, and they're gonna be like, what in the world are you solving? I think it's definitely gonna be about 3 by 3. Sorry about these ads. I hate them. Okay, now let's go to, I say, Mega Mix is next. They're gonna see this giant ball. They're gonna think, wow, that's crazy, and this has to be A tier. And then Square One, they're not gonna think much of it, but I think it's gonna be higher than 2 by 2, just harder and bigger, and they're gonna be questioning, what in the world is that cube? And if they see you solve it, it's gonna be, yeah. Okay, so now let's do clock. I think clock's the next one. Okay, so clock, they're gonna see this weird clock and they're really wondering, what in the world is that? They don't even know it's solved. I've had people ask me, how is that even solved? What does it look like when it's solved? So I'm gonna put it in D tier. Okay. F and C, I don't know much about it, but if you see someone just writing moves on a paper, they'll think might think you're a little bit crazy, but it's not that impressive, I'd say. I haven't seen much F and C. And 3 by 3 one-handed, it's gonna be above. I'm gonna put it above F and C. If they're gonna see you're solving it one-handed, they're gonna be like, how can you can solve a Rubik's Cube? That's crazy enough that you can solve a Rubik's Cube. Can't believe you can solve it one-handed too. Especially if you're fast at it. Now, blindfolded, now, this one's gonna be a little bit crazy. Then you just go in public and you pull out a blindfold and like put it on and then pull out a Rubik's Cube and you're like, the scrambled Rubik's Cube, and then you put it and start memorizing it and solve it blindfolded, and we'll be like, how in the world did you do that? That's definitely above Mega Mix. So if you pull out, this one's 5 by 5, right? Yeah, this one's 5 by 5. You pull out, let's do 5 by 5. If they see a 5 by 5, it's gonna be more impressive. I'll say it's actually above Mega Mix, because they're gonna see a giant cube and they're gonna be like, they probably won't even know that thing existed. Now it's 6 by 6. might be. Yeah, it's gonna be because since it's bigger than a 5x5, it's obviously more impressive. But I still think blindfolded more impressive because in the beginning of cubing, I learned 5x4, 6x6, and 7x7. It took me years to learn blindfolded, mostly because I didn't try 7x7. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be, yeah. I to solve the 9x9. Weird story. I got a 9x9 as my first Rubik's cube, other than a 3x3. As like my older sister had a 4x4 that she gave me, so yeah, not my first, but still, it was my second Rubik's cube other than 3x3 because I had the money. It's like, oh, I should get a 9x9 to like, pull it out and like, crazy. Now 4x4 blindfolded, yeah, it's up there definitely. And yeah, and all of these are gonna go up there because no one sees you pull out a giant cube with a and blindfold, or sees you pull out like 5 different Rubik's cubes and have a blindfold on. They're gonna be great. But now, which one is gonna be top? 4x4 is gonna be It depends on how many cubes you're doing multiplying. If you're doing 2, actually I'll say multiplying more. I'd say it's harder. It just looks more impressive when you're doing multiple cubes at once. And this is my ranking. Kinda cool. I don't know why I had F, but I did not mean to do that. Yeah, but you see this. This is a pretty fair ranking, I think. I mean, yeah. What suggest what you think it would be best in the comments, and please stop these ads.